My guest today on GoMagicGo is Bartholomew Ravenhair. Bartholomew is a world-renowned mentalist and bizarre performer. He recently put out a new product, and we decided to ask him about it. Joining us in studio now, Bartholomew Ravenhair. Thanks for being on the show.
It is my distinct pleasure to be with you here this evening.
Okay, well, thanks for coming. It's very nice of you to be here. I must admit, I'm a little bit creeped out right now.
Many people have that reaction to my aura. It's not uncommon, so please don't feel unnatural.
Okay. Well, why don't you tell us a little bit about your new product?
I'd be happy to. I wanted to give something to the magic community, something that would help them increase the impact of the magic that they're already doing with the tarot cards they have in their home. What I have designed is what I call Bartholomew Ravenhair's Tarot Gaff Deck.
A tarot gaff deck. So this is a deck of tarot cards that looks ordinary.
Yes, but it is specifically designed for those bizarre magicians who wish to push their tarot deck to the edge of bizarre, and then over that edge until it falls screaming into the eternal abyss of misery and despair.
Well, that's interesting. Now, I was looking at one of the product pages for this online, and I saw a couple quotes here. Do you mind if I read some of these?
Not at all. We have some fantastic real user reviews on the Tarot Gaff Deck.
Okay, the first one I saw here says, and forgive me if I mispronounce anything here, "My great lord of evil, I went through the new Tarot Gaff Deck and have just achieved a new level of melancholy. The possibilities didn't leap into my soul, they leapt inside my bloodstream and obliterated all of my white blood cells, leaving me with a very poor ability to fight disease." Now that quote's from someone named Bartholomew R.
Yes, he visits our forums frequently.
Your forums?
Yes.
Okay. I also saw this quote right below. It says, "The creativity of this deck's designer is staggering." And that's from B. Ravenhair, designer of the Tarot Gaff Deck.
Yeah, I took that as quite a compliment.
Now this is a deck, forgive me if I'm wrong, this is a deck you designed yourself?
I did. Each and every design is unique. As I said, designed to be used with your regular tarot deck. Keith, allow me to go through some of the various designs with you to show you the impact. Well, you'll notice, here's just one routine possibility. You show the regular magician card face up on top of the deck, and with a simple Erdnase color change, the magician now appears to be vomiting blood.
Okay, now this looks to me, for the listeners at home, this looks to me like a typical magician card in a tarot deck. Yes, he does. Now, what kind of routine would you use this in?
I would like to leave that to the creativity of the users. After all, I'd like to say if you can't come up with your own uses for these cards, you have no business being a magician.
All right, well, let's take a look at this one here. This is the Hanged Man.
One of my most unique designs. I've always been fascinated with the idea of adding a zipper to a tarot card. You'll notice that as the Hanged Man hangs upside down in his horrible predicament, I've actually added a zipper onto his stomach. Now here's what you'll find interesting. With one simple Erdnase color change, that zipper opens to spill the Hanged Man's intestines on the horrified crowd below. It's quite effective.
That's very interesting. Now, again, I'm not entirely sure why you're doing this, but it's interesting nonetheless, and I must say this artwork is exquisite.
Thank you.
Do you have any favorites here in the deck?
It's difficult to choose, but I must say that probably a small collection of cards would be my absolute favorite. Those would be known as the Empress cards. Now, these are by far the most popular cards in the deck, even outweighing my specially designed 14,000-year-old card. Now, these special Empress cards are used for a multi-phase routine in which the Empress herself goes through several horrifying changes. Notice, with the first Erdnase color change, her complexion becomes ghastly pale. Now I like to execute what I call an Erdnase color change, to display that all of the fluids have left her body, leaving nothing more than a shriveled corpse in her chair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see that.
Now, for most, that's about all they can stomach, but for the truly adventurous, the last change is my favorite. Watch closely. By simply pushing the card slightly forward on the face of the deck, then covering it completely with my hand, only to draw my hand back slowly in order to give you one more glimpse of the maiden's corpse, I finally cover it one more time and slowly reveal the final change. Notice, Keith, how her spinal fluid has leaked out and slowly, clearly, visually rearranged itself to form the shape of the Five of Hearts.
Well, it's now in that shape. I didn't actually see any of it happen. Yeah.
Perhaps the most unique feature of the Tarot Gaff deck is the fact that the box itself can be used for a revelation.
Oh.
Now take a look. You see the numbers under the barcode? They're actually leet speak, to use a current term. For the popular cold reading line, one of my favorites, life is bearing down on you with more weight than you can bear. End it now and be at peace.
Where does it say that exactly?
It's fairly easy to see, right under the UPC code. Can you see it?
Oh, is that what that says?
Yes, it's. You should be able to see it right there next to the sentence. For more tarot gaff gear and quality children's entertainment, visit bartslandofhappymagic.com.
bartslandofhappymagic.com. Is that your website?
Yes, that's where you can find all of my products.
Now, I just had one question here. You said this was for a creative performer. If I were looking for some uses for this, is there any other product? Do you have maybe a manuscript or something in the works?
I do. It's not going to be released for quite a while, as I am still, as I like to say, summoning my powers of creativity.
Do you have any idea what this will be called?
Yes, I'm going to refer to it as Demonic Legion of 78.
Demonic Legion of 78. And this will be a DVD?
Yes, a very evil DVD.
Well, Bartholomew, I was going to say I can't thank you enough for the time, but frankly, I'm really creeped out here. And I kind of want to just end this interview right now. So, if anyone wants to know more about you, where can they go? Besides bartslandofhappymagic.com. Is there anything else you want to plug here?
Not at this moment. I would like to say, if you'd like to speak with me directly, the best form of contact is to get in touch with UK Gareth on the GoMagicGo forums. He acts as my liaison, if you will, to the rest of the forum community.
All right, that sounds good. And do you have any shows coming up?
I do have a short run of birthday parties this weekend. I will be performing at the local Friendlies, followed by a brief walk-around visit to the Chuck E. Cheese. After that, I have 3 or 4 bar mitzvahs by the following weekend, and I'll be culminating all of these events before I take a break by doing one stage performance at the Blue and Gold ceremony.
Well, it sounds like you're very busy, Bart. We're going to let you go. Thanks so much for the time and being on the show.
It was my undying pleasure.
Bartholomew Ravenhair, creator of the Gaff Tarot.